Happy New Year. We're off to a New Year's Eve party. As you can see, it's rather early for a New Year's Eve party, but that's because it's a garden party in a backyard. It's a garden railroad, really. LGB trains. The Moffat family every year puts up this huge Christmas display, and they leave it up all Christmas. And then come New Year's Eve, they have a big party over there, which is also a food drive for the local food bank. And if you bring a bag of groceries, you can come over and look at their great Christmas display. And that's exactly what we're doing. So check this out.
Diane and Doug Moffat started putting up this Christmas display in 1985, so this is their 30th year of doing this. Their first railroads were all LGB trains. They consider this a garden railroad. After all, it is built out in their backyard. It's just that in this case, it's built on plywood benchwork, and then a tent is built around the whole thing out of more or less clear visqueen in an effort to keep the elements outside. They have over a dozen trains running out here on over 800 feet of track, all controlled from inside the house. Doug said that when he was a kid, they always had a train around the Christmas tree, and this is just sort of an overgrown extension of that. The whole thing has always been something of a family affair. Originally, Diane and Doug's kids helped out. Now not only do their kids help out, but their grandkids as well. Even with the grandkids helping out, it still takes 2 months to put this whole thing together. The open house attracts scores of people, causing something of a traffic jam in the street outside their house. And it does raise hundreds of food items for the food bank. And of course, what goes up must come down, and so right after the new year, they start dismantling the whole thing and storing it in the basement and under the porch, and making plans for next year.
It's beginning to look not like Christmas.
Aren't you cold?
My hat's coming apart.
I know, it's cold right here.
Oh my
I feel
gosh.
like the Red Baron.
Actually, I'm freezing. It's like 20 degrees out here, and frost is now forming on my beard. But I've always said that once the holidays are behind you and New Year's is behind you, the only thing left to look forward to is summer. So I'm just mentally preparing myself for summer by freezing to death here with the top down.
Graduation.
And graduation, yeah, because I got my little tassel going and everything here. Good grief. Well, that was a lot of fun. That's a really cool thing those guys do.
They are. They're really cool. Yeah.
You gotta love LGB trains.
Right.
They're just nifty and fun and big.
Yeah.
And the kids love them, and those kids were having a grand old time. And he gets his whole family involved.
Right.
Which is, I don't know, like 30 people at this point.
Least,
the grandkids and the kids and the nieces
neighbors
and nephews. I don't even know what.
Yeah.
Neighbors. And they raise a lot of food for the food bank, which is really cool too.
Yeah.
So that's all good. Well, if you haven't been to the website, that's toymantelevision.com. You can just go to toymantelevision.com. Also, of course, Toyman Television here on YouTube, the channel,
That's right.
and that's a good deal of fun. And from there, of course, you can subscribe, which is critical. Or the easy way to subscribe is to click the blue button, which is popping in right now, and that subscribes you. If you're already a subscriber, it just takes you to the channel where all the other 100 and whatever brilliant movies are ready to be watched and
It's
enjoyed.
still slick.
It's still a little slick
Be careful.
and actually quite cold. At any rate, we're not sure how you found this movie on the internet. We hope you didn't find it boring. We found it cold. And we will see you here again in 1 week with some more massive screwing around. We'll see you then. Bye.